Flash floods hit Zaragoza with unexpected force on September 28th, leaving much of the city underwater and paralyzing traffic in a matter of hours. In just one afternoon, the rains exceeded the capacity of the infrastructure and turned entire streets into impassable rivers. Rainfall reached 41.2 liters per square meter in just a few hours, a volume that overwhelmed drainage systems and caused widespread flooding in various parts of the Aragonese capital. The most immediate impact was felt on the main roads and neighborhoods in the northern region, where the accumulation of water trapped dozens of vehicles and forced emergency teams to respond constantly. In neighborhoods such as Parque Goya and Ters and Tron, as well as in the vicinity of the Royal Hospital, the streets quickly became flooded, affecting traffic and complicating access to critical areas. But the worst was yet to come. Water began to penetrate homes, garages, and businesses at ground level, rendering many spaces uninhabitable and causing considerable property damage. Firefighters carried out approximately 30 rescue operations to free people trapped in vehicles and in facilities isolated by the rising waters. Fortunately, all were evacuated without risk to life at the time of the intervention. One of the most significant incidents occurred at the Real Zaragoza Sports Complex, where approximately 30 people were trapped by the rapidly rising waters and had to be evacuated under the supervision of specialized teams. Urban traffic was disrupted at multiple points in the city. The Ters Ring Road, one of Zaragoza's most important arteries, was closed in several sections due to the sudden rise in water levels. In areas of the Actors District, residents reported dangerous currents that filled streets in minutes, endangering the safety of drivers and pedestrians. The situation forced police and rescue teams to close key roads and access points, allowing traffic only in sections where natural drainage could operate effectively. However, the situation worsened further. The water immobilized vehicles in neighborhoods such as Herva, where two cars were abruptly trapped in the torrent, requiring immediate firefighters' intervention. In southern Zaragoza, particularly in Quart, deerva, the accumulated water swept away trash, containers, and street furniture, worsening blockages on secondary streets. The hospital area also suffered consequences. Access to the Royal Hospital was restricted, complicating the movement of ambulances and medical personnel. Power outages spread to towns near the Herva River, where several areas were left without electricity for more than 2 hours due to saturated infrastructure. The numbers continued to rise. Emergency services reported more than 100 incidents throughout the day, most of them related to flooded homes, blocked streets, and private properties with accumulated water. Zaragoza's drainage system, designed for regular rainfall, was completely overwhelmed. The magnitude of the event highlighted the vulnerability of the urban infrastructure. Authorities deployed additional pumps and reinforced response capacity in critical areas, although in many areas, water remained stagnant for for several hours. Civil protection plans were activated to evacuate flooded buildings and assess structural risks in homes exposed to the torrent. The city's community centers began preparing to house displaced families should the situation worsen with further rains. Weather forecasts warned that the atmospheric front could regenerate, keeping the alert level high in Zaragoza and northeastern Spain. But the most worrying aspect was the speed of the phenomenon. In a matter of minutes, entire neighborhoods went from dry to underwater.
Madre mía.
Emergency teams prioritized draining main arteries and assisting stranded vehicles, while organizing operations to clear blocked access points. Streets in the northern area remained closed for hours, forcing detours and causing a partial collapse of public and private transportation. Police maintained surveillance in the most at-risk areas to prevent residents from attempting to cross flooded areas. Pumping operations partially reduced the water level in some neighborhoods by the end of the day, although several streets remained impassable. In total, dozens of homes, garages, and businesses were reported damaged, leading to a lengthy cleanup and repair effort in the coming days. However, the most notable outcome was that no fatalities or serious injuries were reported thanks to the swift intervention of emergency services.
Es que está el pueblo se inunda.